Hello and welcome to the major. My name's John. We're starting today off with a par 4 first hole. Let's nestle this first drive up there in the fairway and we'll be on our way. All right, let's make the most of this. Good luck. And this one's around 140 yards to the pin. Good luck here. I would love to see you sink this one. It's a big one. Okay, you got this one out to the left. Here we go. This next one for par. All right, let's see how this next hole is playing. You are currently sitting right at even par. And we're on the par 4 second hole. Let's have a good one. Ouch. Swallowed up into the abyss. All right, we're in the rough. It's a bad scene in this rough, too. It's a bad lie. Well, that one's goodbye. Okay, here's your 5th shot. Oop, that one, yeah, that's in the water. Okay, let's get on out of this second cut and get on our way. Yeah, this might be in the rough. And from the long stuff to the also long stuff. This one's coming out of the rough. Might not have enough on it. All right, time to get on out of this dirty old bunker. And dunked. And you're 7 over for the day. Got a nice tailwind on this hole. See what you can do with that. What are you thinking? What are you thinking out of this fairway bunker? Let's see what you got. Yeah, I don't think you had enough out of the sand. This shot's around 95 yards to the pin. This one's just a 5-footer. Currently 8 over on the day. Let's see what happens here on hole number 4. This one's heading a little bit too much to the right. Oh, no way. And this one for par. One's got a pretty steep left to right break. This one's just a 3-footer. And unfortunately, second bogey in a row. Let's kick this bad luck to the curb, starting with the next tee shot. Now we saunter onto the tee of the par 4 fifth hole. Tee shot's looking decent. And this one's around 110 yards to the pin. Nice approach. This putt is about 14 feet. It looks like this one's breaking to the left. And that's great. That drop shot on the last is kind of a race now with this birdie here on this one. And that's 8 over par at the moment. And the 6th hole, we have a par 5. Of course, it had to go there, of all places. And from the rough. This might end up in some trouble. Oh, robbed there. Okay, we're moving to the next. All right, 9 over par for the day. And now we're teeing her up on the 7th hole. Nicely struck. And this shot's about 110 yards to the pin. Approach shot worked out just fine. 21 feet to the cup from here. This one's going left to right. Pretty hard break too. Right by. All right, drop this par putt. Let's do it. Okay, safely home with that putt. And after that one, 9 over par for the day. Wind blowing left to right on this hole. This one's heading a bit right. Here's our second shot on the 8th. Okay, you need this one if you want to save your par. So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left. This one's looking decent. Still has a chance. Okay, just a few more inches to go. And you're sitting at 10 over today. Now the par 4 9th. Nicely done. This is about 185 yards or so to the pin. Hitting into this green with a bit of a down slope and Don't want this one to get away from you. Safe approach, nice. And this one from 22 feet. Going downhill right to left here. And here we go. This one for par. Okay, 10 over for your round. Got a right to left breeze on this hole. Well, I'm sure that's not what you intended. And second shot on the 10th coming up. And I don't think there's enough on this one from the sand. Fingers crossed for a nice up and down out of this greenside bunker. Yep, that'll work from there. This is potentially to save par. This one's going to the left. Oh. All right, let's sink this, grab the bogey, and move on. And the 11th hole of this one is a par 4. Not the greatest contact on that one. And 200 yards or so to the pin. Well, I can't hit all the greens. All right, time to get out of the bunker. Let's do this. Well, we're in the greenside rough currently. Let's be careful with that chip. Way to chip that one close. Well done. This one's a 3-foot putt. And let's shake out the cobwebs. That's your second bogey in a row, but we'll perk up maybe on the next hole. And stepping onto the tee now on the 12th hole. We got a par 5 on this one. That's not going to work, is it? Setting up for our third shot. Okay, as long as we're out of that bunker, that's all I care about. Good stuff. Let's see how you do here. We have a very long putt ahead of us. An uphill putt, moving right to left. All right, this next putt for the par. And the putt goes down. And let's see what happens here on the 13th hole. That's okay. No worries. We'll be on the green soon enough. Okay, we're nestled on into this greenside rough, it would appear. Okay, careful on this one. We're in the greenside rough. Well judged on that one. All right, now let's set our sights to the next. All right, the par 4 14th is next. be getting that one back. Setting up here on the first cut. Yeah, I think he caught a bit too much of this one from the rough. Okay, go ahead and finish up on this hole, and we'll head to the next. And just joking. This is a bit of an S turn here. It goes right, then it goes left. See if you can find a way to the cup. This putt's about 6 feet. And that's for back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately. And now the 15th. This one's a par 4. Good stuff. Okay, this shot's about 145 from the pin. Yep, that's out of the top shelf. Good work. This one's 6 feet away. And a great effort on this hole to bounce back after the bogey on the last. Great work. That's a birdie. Here we go on hole number 16. Little play. We've got about 115 yards to the pin. This one's going left. Oh man, good chip. And this will save your par. And I think this one just has a touch of a break to the left. That's a good putt, and that's a good par. All right, this one is number 17. We have a par 3 here. And here's what you're dealing with for a birdie. Look at this one breaking pretty hard to the left here. Oh, so close. 5-foot putt here. Here we go. We've made it to 18, and this is a par 5. Setting up here from the deep stuff. And nicely done. We're back in the fairway. Okay, this is about 160 or so to the pin. Okay, on the green safely. Lining this one up at 21 feet. It was going pretty hard to the left. Well, this one's on a line. Oh, continuing to look good. Oh, yes, that'll go down nicely. And at the end of this one, it's 12 over par for you. All right, that's just about it for me. Hopefully we'll see you back here real soon. See you next time. Hello and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. My name is John, and on this course we are starting our day with a par 4. Let's rip this one in the middle of the fairway and take it from there. Okay, hopefully you do well out there. First tee shot is away. Let's have a good one. Second shot here on the first. And please, sir, may have a bounce to the right. Okay, we're on the green. This one's about 15 feet. This one looks like it's going to the right and downhill a bit. Oh, too bad. Here we go, 4 par. Now we got some wind to deal with on this one. Good shot. Okay, second shot here on the second. And blunk. Okay, here's your fourth. Nothing you can do now to just pop in the bogey, and we'll move on. And I think this one's breaking to the left. Well, this one's looking good so far. Oh yeah, getting better. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. And this one's a par 4 here on the third. And this one's about 210 yards or so from the pin. The approach heading right. This is a super long putt. No two ways around it. Let's see how you do. And I think this one's breaking pretty hard right to left. Ooh, wish I could have given you that one. Here we go. Let's drop this and get your par. And you're 1 over par currently. Wind is blowing left to right. Beautiful swing. Okay, 37 feet from the cup. Going downhill with this one, and it's right to left. And this one for the par. Okay, sitting at 1 over par. All right, ready to go here on the 5th hole. And this is right on the border. I'm not sure if it's going to be rough or fairway. All right, setting up here deep in the spinach. I don't know if this one has enough from the rough. Well, you can't seem to get out of here, can you? We're back into the rough. Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right. Oh, no, not great. And here comes a 4-footer. Ooh, that's too bad. All right, now let's take a peek at the scorecard. All right, par 5, 6th hole. Let's have a good tee shot. Here's our second shot on this 6th hole. Yeah, that's unlucky. A little too far to the right on the approach, I think. That's going to work just fine on the approach. Okay, now this from 11 feet. All right, starting this out to the left. Just, yeah, a little too much on there. Okay, 3 over par for you. That wind is blowing right to left on this hole. Nice swing. Okay, here's our second shot here on the 7th hole. Nicely done. And this one's for bird. I think it goes straight and then dives a bit to the left. Oh my. And nice putt. Let's move on. And currently sitting at 3 over par. Okay, par 3, 8th hole is next. Beauty of a swing there. Well, you missed the approach. I'm not disappointed in you in any way. Just want you to know that. Oh, just missed that chip. All right, setting up 6 feet from the cup. Currently sitting at 3 over par. Well, let's let this fly here on the 9th. Oh my, that was a vulgar display of power on that drive. And this one's about 190 or so to the pin. This is what our third shot's looking like. Oh, chip was close. That chip was pretty close. Okay, let's grab a bogey here and be on our way. And right now, you sit at 4 over par. Careful out there. We got a tailwind blowing. Oh my goodness, just absolutely striped. Let's see what you have on the second shot here on the 10th. And there's a bit of a down slope around the pin. You got to be careful of that. Might be going a little too far here. Oof, right by with the chip. If you drop this, you could save par. This putt's going uphill and to the right. Oh, and this one's just about 6 feet. A little bit too firm on that one. All right, you've got this for double bogey. Okay, par 4 here on the 11th. This one's about 175 to the pin. And this should be a fun watch. Let's see how you do with this long putt. I think this one's going left to right. Oh! This one's just a 3-foot putt. All right, nicely hold. Let's move to the next. Okay, here's the 12th hole. It's a par 5. We are in the deep stuff here. Way to go. Back in the fairway. You've done well. This shot's about 80 yards out. Nicely done. Well judged. And could have a birdie here. And you're currently sitting at 5 over. Okay, tailwind blowing with us on this one. Oh, barely into that first cut there. Couldn't hold on to the fairway. All right, here's our second shot on the 13th. Oh, nice little chip there. All right, moving forward. 14th hole coming up. We got a par 4 for this one. Ooh, just tattooed that drive. All right, setting up in the fairway sand. Well, you did get out of that bunker. A lot of work left to do with the putter, though. Okay, send this ball home. 40 feet from the cup. And it looks like this is breaking pretty hard to the left. And that's not a bad effort. All right, this one for par. And teeing up now on the 15th hole. Oh, effortlessly done. Nice swing. And this one's about 140 yards or so to the pin. Oh, great work on that one. Just almost holing it out from way out. Okay, on to 16. This one's a par 4. Nice shot. We've got about 130 yards to go here. Let's go. Kick right, kick right. Godspeed, my friend. Very long putt ahead. Yeah, so it's going a bit to the right. Oh, come on, be nice. This one's a short 3-foot putt. Here comes the bogey putt. And the putt drops and we're moving on. Okay, wind's picking up a bit. We got a headwind on this one. And the water's out there. Don't even think about it. I know I just mentioned it, but just don't think about it. Well, that one's going down into the water. This one's coming around. Nice little draw. All right, this is a putt, but let's just kind of consider it an approach shot. Let's try to get this one nice and close to the cup, and hopefully we can putter in from there. Looks like he got a line on this. Ooh. All right, here we go for the double bogey. Okay, moving on. And now to the 18th hole. We have a par 5 on this one. Okay, looking good. Good job. Okay, this is about 125 yards away. Nice. That was the club. Here's an 11-footer. I think this one's moving to the right. Oh, it was a good stroke. Almost had the birdie. And the par putt drops. Lovely way to end your round, I think. And with that, I will let you go. Thank you very much for the round of golf. I had a good amount of fun. Hopefully you did too.